Lexi Weiss reporting live from Atlanta, Georgia. Today we are going to be discussing the issue of class sizes and the effects that they have on students and teachers. We will interview two students, one from private school, one from public school, and a public school teacher, and get their opinions on the topic. This is Lexi Weiss reporting live from Altoona High School, where we will meet with student Leah Fargo and get her opinions on how she feels that larger class sizes affected her education. I'm here with Leah Fargo. She is a student at Altoona High School. Altoona is one of the bigger schools where we're from, if not the biggest, and we are going to ask her her opinions on the larger classroom setting, and we're going to talk about attitudes, behaviors, and how she felt she succeeded in the classroom. So, how are you doing, Leah?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, about on average, how many students were in your typical everyday class?
About like 29 to 31 students.
And how many teachers?
Like one.
Okay. So, how do you feel that larger class size affected your classmates' behaviors and attitudes as well as your own?
I feel like a lot of students misbehave a lot because there's only one teacher in the classroom. So when they would turn their back on them, everyone would be disrespectful.
Okay. And how do you feel that you succeeded in a large classroom setting? Do you think you would have done better in a smaller class, or do you think you would have done around the same or worse?
I think I would have done better in a smaller class because I was struggling getting one time with the teacher.
Okay, so if you could go to a different school, would you choose to go to a smaller school?
Yes, I would.
Okay, thank you for your time. Now I'm going to head to Dominion Christian Private School, where Lexi Horgan went to school. Next, we're going to meet with Lexi Horgan, and she went to Dominion Christian School, which is a very small Christian school where we're from. So we're going to see what she has to say about this situation. We're now here with Lexi Horgan at Dominion Christian Private School, and we are going to ask her some questions about how she felt being in a smaller classroom setting and see her opinions on it and how she thought she succeeded in a smaller class. So, Lexi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. So, on average, about how many students were in your class?
On average, there's probably like the max 15 to 20 students in our class.
Okay. And how do you think a smaller class setting benefited the students in your class's behavior and attitudes about school?
We're all pretty close-knit just because, there is about 15 to 20 students in our class. So our behavior is pretty good in the class, yeah.
Yeah. So you obviously had one teacher in your classroom, right?
Yes, one teacher.
So how was it getting one-on-one time with that teacher?
It was pretty great. I mean, sometimes we'd even, if it was like three of us that had a question, we would all come forward to the teacher, and we would all get that one-on-one time. I felt like there was never a time where we didn't get any, questions answered from our teachers.
That's good. And how do you feel like you succeeded in a smaller classroom setting? Like, do you think you did the best to your abilities, or do you think you would have done better in a larger school?
I definitely think I did awesome in a private school, just because I was able to really get the knowledge that I wanted to get in the classroom with my teacher, just because we got that one-on-one time. If I was in a public school, I think it would have been a lot harder to manage a bigger class because I wouldn't be able to get, those questions that I maybe needed to get answered.
Right.
So definitely a smaller classroom is better.
Right. So if you could redo school all over again, would you stay in private school in a smaller class setting?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. And do you think that if public schools could reduce their class sizes by not even half, by like 10 students, like 30 to 20 students, do you think that would benefit the students?
Oh yeah, I think it would benefit the students a lot.
We are now here with my mom, who teaches public school, and we're going to see how she feels about the issue. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Lex.
How are you?
I'm great.
Good. So, what grade do you teach?
I teach second grade.
And are you the only teacher in the classroom?
Yes.
How many students are in your class?
25.
Okay. And do you think that being in such a large class, it affects your students' behavior and attitudes in the classroom?
Definitely. I think that with larger numbers, students there's more opportunity for them to interact with each other during instructional time, and it's harder to keep the class focused during instructional time.
Do you have a lot of behavior problems?
I wouldn't say I have a lot of behavior problems. I would say a good portion of the day is spent redirecting student behavior though.
Do you get to spend quality amount of one-on-one time with each student?
Not as much as if my class size were smaller. So years ago when our class sizes were more like 18 or 19, I definitely had the opportunity to spend more one-on-one time with my students, which was great because I was able to tailor the instruction to their needs, to their individual needs.
And do you think that your class size affects the success of your students?
Definitely. I think it's always better to do smaller group instruction and really tailor the instruction to their needs, and it's harder to do when you have a larger class size. So you lose instructional time with having more students in your class.
So do you think class sizes should be reduced?
Absolutely. I think it's what's best for kids.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is Lexi Weiss signing off. Thanks for watching.